we actually have a cautiously optimistic outlook right now, despite all the challenges. Obviously, COVID has been a very severe health crisis that has had huge economic ramifications. And unlike the global financial crisis, where banks were seen as being part of the problem, we're very focused on being part of the solution. Bank of Ireland, we're the largest lender to the Irish economy. We've got 40% relationships through our businesses and through our consumer banking offering. And we've been doing this for 230 years. So when we look at what's happening right now with COVID, the big theme that we're seeing, which is a more positive theme, is one of adaptation. Whether that is, as you say, the government's response. So the government has provided stimulus already of 11% of the gross national income of Ireland. And in terms of what that means per capita, it's about €3,400 per person, which is higher than countries like the UK or some of our continental European peers like Spain. So that adaptation and flexibility by the government, I think, has been well received. Banks also have provided support through payment breaks. Around 10% of our customers have availed of a payment break since the peak of COVID lockdown. We've also been providing essential services, particularly to more vulnerable parts of society. And right now our focus is on doing everything we can to help reboot the Irish economy. The GDP numbers for the second quarter of this year were negative 6%. So obviously a contraction, but less than expected. And we're seeing some positive green shoots. Consumer spending is at the same level as it was in early March. We're seeing house prices be resilient, and we're seeing some parts of society in the sector begin to reopen as restrictions change. But those restrictions vary, and obviously we have to respond in a very agile and adaptive way to the uncertainty that we are all facing with COVID.
I hate to come at you again with another negative-sounding question, given how upbeat you're being about your cautious optimism, but do you have any real sense at this stage what potential default rates or foreclosure rates might look like when some of these measures that have been introduced to ease the pain of COVID are actually removed?
So my cautious optimism is about the green shoots of reopening the economy. The actual severe impact of the impairment cost to banks can't be overstated. I mean, it's very, very material. So we would have taken a 937 million impairment as part of our first half year results. That was designed to be prudent and comprehensive, and really focusing on it's very much linked to the macroeconomic outlook, although, as I said, we are seeing some improvement. And we have customers on payment breaks. Many of those customers have come off and resumed normal credit and interest repayment. But our focus is, as in the latter part of this year, as people come off their final payment break, to work with our customers. So we would have a track record and one of the lowest, we had the lowest non-performing exposure ratio of any Irish bank before COVID, of working with customers to find sustainable solutions, and that's where our focus will be. But obviously the outlook is an uncertain one, and then we have Brexit as well, which is creating some additional uncertainty as households and businesses look to signs of recovery. But the Irish economy, the construct of the Irish economy does provide some resilience, that with a lower dependency on sort of hospitality or tourism or the service sectors that can be most impacted by second waves of COVID. And there's a very large component of Irish GDP that relates to multinational. So 10 out of 10 of the largest global pharmaceutical companies in the world have operations here. 9 out of 10 of the big fintechs do as well. So if you wear contact lenses, or if you have a heart stent or an artificial knee, it is most likely that that was produced in Ireland. And that multinational perspective within our economy does provide resilience as well as we come through, hopefully, COVID recovery, and also look at the uncertainties ahead.